what's going on? This is my first YouTube video. I'm DJ Reality, and I'm going to give you a review on the Numark TT500 turntable right here. The track you're listening to right now is a white label. I found it in a pile of white labels at my local record store. I have no idea who it's by. It's a good track. I think it's by Machine, but I'm not sure.
Alright, first of all, let's look at the actual build of the turntable. It came with a very nice aluminum platter. This thing is really solid. It doesn't wobble, no weight's gonna wobble. It feels heavy, but once you see this thing in action, you know that doesn't matter. 2 start and break buttons, so you can have it in battle position. I mostly mix, so I keep it like this. I have the S tone on, but it actually came with an alternative straight tone on. From what I understand, that's better for holding when you're scratching, and apparently causes less damage to your records, but I'm not sure if that's confirmed or not. The entire thing weighs 8.2 kilograms. It's 135 millimeters high right here, 370 millimeters wide, and 460 millimeters tall. And the buttons are this part from this side on is actually rubber, so it can pick up dust. Like if I have really good light right now, you can see a whole bunch of dust, and that's probably my main complaint about it. The buttons are solid, they feel nice, you're not accidentally going to press them, they go in. Target light, yeah, the whole thing's pretty solid, and we'll have a look at the back now. Okay, if we take a second and look at the back here, I'm using a book to hold this up right now because it's hard to hold a turntable up and a camera at the same time. It actually has those rubber feet that you can buy separately for turntables. They're really soft rubber. They're supposed to absorb vibrations. They give the whole thing like a nice surface to stand on. And there's your right angle RCA cables and your ground cable, pretty standard stuff. Well, first things first, power button up here. It has a nice red ring around it. Lots of nice lights on this turntable, so it looks really good in the dark if you had a club or a rave or whatever. Came with the standard Numark slip mat. Just gonna throw one of these slip mats underneath that I made out of an old record sleeve. There's lots of videos on YouTube showing you how to do that. Search it up. Throw this on. We're probably going to want to grab a slip record. Oh, this is hard to do one-handed. Okay, the track we're going to be testing on this turntable is Polymers by Face, and it's released on Subtitles Music. It's a good track. Wow, it's hard doing everything with your left hand here. Here we go. Throw that on. Okay. Start the turntable up. You ready? There you go. Actually, the first thing I'm going to cover is it has variable start and break speeds. As you can see, at its fastest. Actually, why don't we throw the arm on here so you can actually hear something. There you go. So, fast start and break, as you can see. But the thing with this turntable is you can actually alter the start and break speeds. So I think this one up here, you can go anywhere in between. I'm just cranking it to the lowest. This would be the slowest start time you can do. Kind of a cool effect. You can use it creatively for scratching or whatever, right? The reason this sounds so slow is because I'm 33 right now. I'll cover those in a second. The brake speed. Hold on. You have a cool power down effect. If you want that effect with the brake speed, you can go anywhere in between, but this is the lowest. It's a nice effect, whatever, right? Okay, I'm just gonna crank these back up so I don't forget about it. Okay, next thing we're going to cover is you got your standard 33 RPM, 45 RPM, and both together 78 RPM. As I said earlier, the buttons they actually indent, so you're not accidentally pressing them if you're flipping them like this. They click in very nice. They have nice feel all around. The pitch control right here. It has a little bit of friction, so you're not knocking it around too easily. Hold the pitch control. You have your standard 8%. If you want it to feel like the Technics, you know, if you want to practice with 8%, there you go. Hit it once, 10%. Hit it again. Sorry, I have to look at it written down there. This is 20% right here. You can actually go up to 50% pitch. So if you combine all of these, you can make the turntable go this slow. Or this fast. And the whole thing, sorry, that sounds like shit, that's all. The whole thing has enough torque to do that, so as you can see, I have a pretty light touch, but if you can see those strobe lights there, they barely slow down when I have my finger on this. Perfect for scratching, cueing, it's all good, right? This, I'll talk about this. This is your target light, it helps you see. It doesn't actually blink like this, I'm not sure why the camera is doing that, it's the frames per second I guess, but yeah, it shows you where you're throwing your needle, it just pops in, you can rotate it. But the most important thing is, hey, quartz lock here, there's a quartz button. Kicks in really fast. Well, here we go. Brings it back down to normal speed. You can see that those lines that are lighting up, that are strobing, they're very still. And you can tell if your turntable's fucking up or whatever, if those things are moving on their own, right? So that's at perfect speed. And like I said, with normal pressure, I have that record sleeve underneath, but still it's good. Barely moves, right? It's high torque. 4.5 kilograms of force per centimeter. There you go, right? Next, what shall I show you? Well, I think that pretty much covers it actually. You've got your reverse button right here. You know, whatever the hell you want to use that for, it's good to have it. It's actually a really solid turntable, and my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions is these are great compared to the Technics. They're cheaper. I actually got them from GoDirectMusic.com. Took quite a while to ship, 3 to 4 weeks, but I live in Canada and I ordered them from Texas, right? But it's a really good site, good customer service. They came nicely packaged, everything was good. And I've had these for about a month, not one single problem, and they do everything they want me to do. Good for learning on, very high torque. I really recommend this turntable. Thanks for watching the review. Peace.